welcome to another episode of Sit and Spin. And tonight on the show, the new album from the Gaslight Anthem, Get Hurt. It is New Jersey Rockers' 5th album overall, and their 2nd album on a major label records. They're on Island Records now. Well, they signed the major labels on Mercury, but Mercury got absorbed into Island Records, and so there you go. Of course, the New Jersey band is comprised of Brian Fallon on lead vocals and guitar. He's also the chief songwriter for the band. Alec Rosamilla on lead guitar and backing vocals. Alex Levine on bass. Benny Horowitz on drums, and with a little help from their friend Ian Perkins, who's the band's touring guitarist and also Brian Fallon's partner in the Horrible Crows, the side project aside from the Gaslight Anthem. The album's produced by Mike Crossy, who's worked with the Arctic Monkeys, the Kooks, the Black Keys, the Foals, and a whole host of other bands. And Get Hurt takes most of its inspiration from Brian Fallon's divorce from his wife of 10 years. So there's a lot of songs about the ending of relationships and pain and loss and love and all that stuff that makes for perfect fodder for great songs. Before the album came out, Brian Fallon had said that expect to hear some stuff that you've never heard this band do before. So there was some, like, wow, what are we going to get? Is this going to be some radically different Gaslight Anthem? And while there's definitely some different stuff, and there is a bit of truth to the fact that you will hear some stuff on this record that you've never heard on Gaslight Anthem album before, it may be not quite the grand departure that we were led to believe it is, but still a rock solid album. Great tunes on this album. The opening cut of the album, Stay Vicious, is definitely a departure for the band sound. It features probably the heaviest riff the band have ever laid down. It almost sounds like a heavy metal song when it first starts out, but it's juxtaposed with some clean tone picking and just more of a mellow sound between their counter verses, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Definitely different for the band. The song you're hearing right now is called Helter Skeleton. Cool spin on the name. Helter Skeleton. It's pretty cool. It's probably one of the more poppier things the band has done. It's very, very much upbeat and catchy. I like it quite a bit. And also Get Hurt, the album's title track. It's kind of a moody ballad with definitely some different tones, especially in guitar playing from Alex Rosamilla. One of the things I really like about him, aside from just being a great lead guitar player, he's like what I like to refer to as a textural guitar player. He always adds some interesting fills in between the songs, aside just from the typical lead guitar work. Always some interesting things, and he definitely explores some new sounds and different tones on the album that I like quite a bit. Rollin' and Tumbling, which is track 7 on the album, is another favorite of mine. If you're looking for old school Gaslight Anthem sound, that's where you're going to find it right there. Classic hard-driving energy. The song that closes out the album, Two Dark Places, is also very similar to the old Gaslight Anthem sound. But otherwise, there's definitely some differences in stuff sound on the album. And there's also some things that make them very much the band I've come to know and love over the years, because Gaslight, one of my favorite bands of the most recent decade. Get Hurt comes in several different varieties. It comes in a standard album, which just has 12 tracks. It also comes in as the deluxe edition, which is what you're seeing here. The standard version actually has the red and the white flipped, so it's white here where it's red here, the heart's red. But the deluxe version, depending on where you get it, has 4 bonus tracks that you can only get on the deluxe version. And that 4th bonus track, as I said, depending on where you get it, whatever your source of getting it is, could be one of 2 tracks. It's either going to be Have Mercy or This Is Where We Part. Both songs have been previously released. The Gaslight Anthem does a thing called 45 Club, where they issued what's more or less supposed to be harder to get songs, although they've been tending to do this type of thing with these. But other than that, you get 3 extra tunes that you wouldn't get on the regular version of the album. And the album also comes on vinyl, which is great because I have most of the Gaslight Anthem albums on vinyl. It comes as the standard 12-inch black vinyl, 12-song black vinyl version of the album, which the cover resembles the standard version of the album. They also did a limited edition version of that record, but it's kind of a red and white peppermint splatter. That, unfortunately, is only available through the band's Infinite Merch website, and it's kind of a shame, too, because I wanted to get that version of the album, but I've not heard great things about Infinite Merch website. It's kind of a shame the Gaslight Anthem uses them, because most of the stuff I've read online has not been favorable, and I wish they would have chosen to do that version of the album just not through them. It's kind of a bummer, but there it is. It's what it is. And there's also going to be, as I say going to be because it should have been out already, but because of what it is, it's caused a delay and it's not going to be out until September. There's going to be a deluxe version of the album, which is going to be 2 LPs, but it's going to be on like a picture disc. And since those are a little harder to make, coming out a little bit later. I was originally, like I said, going to opt for the Peppermint Swirl vinyl. I was hoping to show you that because it would have been cool, but I delayed getting that because of what I heard. And now I'm kind of waiting to see when the 2-album set comes out if I'm going to get that. But in the meantime, I had to get the deluxe version on CD just because I had to have something here, and I'm like, I'll have both. Most of the Gaslight I have on CD and vinyl as well anyway. But overall, another solid release from the Gaslight Anthem. It definitely progresses the band's sound forward, even if it's not quite the radical departure that some may have thought it would have been. I'm interested to hear what other fans of the Gaslight Anthem think. On the message board, some people do like it, some people don't like it. I'm on the camp that loves it. I think it's great. Another solid, successful win for me. So the Gaslight Anthems Get Hurt. If you want just some great rock and roll, this is the record for you. That is all I have for you this week on Sit and Spin. Hopefully you're catching my good friend Scott over at Righteous Vinyl, as well as the Riff of the Day guys, Gino, Sean, Mellow, Pete, and the rest. And hopefully you caught Gino's Ice Bucket, ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. We threw down, Scott and I from Righteous Vinyl, we threw down the gauntlet to the Riff of the Day guys, and Gino answered back hardcore style. If you haven't seen that video, I posted it. Definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. But in the meantime, go out and get the Gaslight Anthem, Get Hurt, and we will catch you next time on Sit and Spin. Next couple weeks, I have some really cool reissue things that are coming out. Can't wait to talk about those, and we'll catch you next time on Sit and Spin. See you then.